what's the impact on my break even? When we sit down with people each month and tell them where their break even is placed, as at this point in time, what's the mindset around that break even? Sometimes people's instinct is to want to reduce their break even down. But in general, do you know what we find? Is that when you cut costs, there isn't really a great degree of change to your break even. Your break even might go from $470,000 per month down to $440,000. But at the same time, you've found that you've crippled yourself with, I've had to remove this person, I've had to remove that. You're actually hamstringing yourself to achieve that lower break even. Therefore, as a thought exercise, what we get people to do is, let's put the shoe on the other foot and get really aggressive. What do we mean by getting really aggressive? It means we potentially increase our break even, but it's to give ourselves the greatest opportunity of improving the gap between our break even and what our actual revenue is. Remember, the purpose of break even is not to minimize it, it's to give us the benchmark of what we need to achieve as a minimum before we start earning as a business. What if there was a way that I could increase my break even to $490,000, but we're actually capable of, as a business, to all of a sudden do $610,000 worth of revenue a month? That is naturally a far better equation for our business. How do we do that? Firstly, you've got to put what I call polite pressure on the existing investments you already place within your business. So you're increasing your efficiency for all your investments. And the lion's share of that is going to fall around people, advertising and marketing, staff training, consultants and advisors. People who can have an exponential return relative to the investment they place in your business. If you look at things like electricity, telephone, computer expenses, even if you eliminated them, they're not really moving the needle in the grand scheme of things. The other side of the equation, as I said a moment ago about being aggressive with your break even, is do we employ an extra salesperson? Do we do that extra marketing campaign? So long as we're efficient and thoughtful in the way we execute these investments, and the reason I say efficient is we want to make a $1 investment to get a $2 return, a $3 return. That's the sort of efficiency we're looking for when we're making those outlays. An example, someone we were talking with, they have a regional based sales team. And we said, well, why don't you get extra salespeople in a different region as well? They know that different region is an opportunity that's an untapped market for them, and that's going to increase their break even. But we looked around the room and they all said, gosh, there's just so much opportunity. So that business has increased their break even, but their ability to earn has increased, I wouldn't say exponentially, but it's increased significantly. So think about that in your business. Yes, you can cut, and yes, I'm not saying this just to be all kind. We have worked in scenarios where you do need to cut people and you do need to cut costs. But also think aggressively. How can I grow and get $1 purchases that create $4 worth of break-even revenue?